Modular synthesis is taking the fundamental parts of a synthesizer and separating them from each other. Once they're all separated, you're taking those components, which can't do much by themselves, and combining them in new, unique, and interesting ways to form a completely new instrument every single time. I think that modular synthesis is about exploring the unexpected. I think modular is kind of like the Bob Ross of music, where you get all these little happy accidents that might not be expected and might not be what you initially anticipated, but give your music and your sounds character. I think to a lot of people, modular synthesis is about complete freedom in their music production. Because you're not chained down to the traditional idea of what a synthesizer or an instrument means, you can get to this level where you're breaking out of any boxes or any confinement that might be in place. You don't have to have something rhythmic. You could have something generative and evolving. You could do something ambient, or you could do something that's just made out of little bleeps and bloops if you really wanted to. Modular to me is probably the most hands-on that you can be with electronic music production. Not only are you able to change the notes that you're playing and the sequences that you're creating and the effects that you have in front of you, but you're also in full control of every other aspect of the instrument. It's also a moment. Modular is kind of like a photograph. You're capturing something musically that will probably never be captured again. What you have in front of you is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and is shared with the people that hear it, whether it be a large crowd or just yourself. You might be able to record these things to some extent with a chart of all of your values, or maybe a diagram of all your wiring, but at its core, these things can never quite be the exact same way any two times. When I start out making something with these synthesizers, I start off with an idea, a goal that I have in mind as I'm working, but I embrace the accidents that come along with it as well. If I plug something into the wrong spot or twist a knob the wrong way, and something completely unexpected comes from it, I have a choice in that moment to either leave it as it is or remove it. And there's a lot of power that comes from these accidents and leaving things the way they are. When I started with modular synthesis, it stemmed from a need to get hands-on with my music. Being into electronic music, I've been working in digital audio workstations for a couple of years now, and while this works to some extent, I felt that I was lacking that human touch. I bought my first synthesizer, the Mother 32 from Moog, which is a semi-modular synthesizer, meaning that it has the predetermined routing paths of a regular synthesizer, but also the capabilities to be completely rewired and reworked using the patch bay. And when I bought this synthesizer, it opened my eyes to the world of Eurorack and modular synthesizers, and I don't think my collection's ever going to stop growing. I use my computer to sync up all of my instruments better. I can synthesize drums, I can bring in vocals, I can process everything the way I want to with a computer. But the majority of the music production with these synthesizers is done on the synthesizers. The computer's an accessory to them, but nothing more. Like with every instrument, everyone's experience with it is slightly different. This is just how I use modular synthesizers and what they mean to me.